Yeah, myself, Dr. Rohit Bartake. I am an Ayurvedic practitioner in Bombay, and I am here to introduce a small aspect of Ayurveda which deals with Rutucharya or seasonal variations, and what should be our lifestyle according to the seasonal variations. Normally, it is said in Ayurvedic text 5,000 years back that a human being has to stay in harmony with the universe or with the nature. We cannot go against the nature. So there are certain rules of nature, certain laws of nature which are laid down, and it is necessary for us, for every one of us to follow in whichever country which we may stay, or whichever state, or whatever our profession may be, whatever our religion may be. There are certain rules of nature which everyone has to follow. Rutucharya is a specific diet regime or specific healthy living habits which are suggested specifically by Ayurveda. No other science deals with such variations in the climate and then your lifestyle modifications as per the seasonal variations. Ayurveda has this speciality. So, exclusively talking about Rutucharya, why we experience these seasons? First of all, these seasons are experienced. Normally the earth, the central circumference is called as equator, and the other two circumferences are called Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. And the movement of the sun in between the two latitudes of Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn leads to different seasons. The movement is, when it is towards north, it is called as Uttarayan or Adankal. And when it is towards south, it is called as Dakshinayan or Visargakal. So this is how our normal calendar is divided into Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. So 6 months are in Uttarayan and 6 months are in Dakshinayan. Uttarayan, it starts from Jan and Feb, from Shishir Rutu. Normally, first of all, I would tell the seasons in which the year is divided. It starts with Chaitra Vaishak, Jesht Ashad. These are the normal Sanskrit or we can say vernacular names given to the seasons. So in English, we can say from March and April it's called as Vasanta Rutu. May and June is called as Grishma Rutu. July, August is called as Varsha Rutu. September, October is called as Sharad Rutu. November, December is Hemant Rutu. So and the next Jan and Feb is called as Shishir Rutu. So Vasanta, Grishma, Varsha, Sharad, Hemant and Shishir. These are the 6 seasons in which the whole 12-month calendar is divided into. So now the season which is going on is Varsha Rutu. July and August is Varsha Rutu. First we will see what is Uttarayan and Dakshinayan. Uttarayan is movement of the sun towards north. So it begins from Shishir Rutu, that is Jan and Feb. In Uttarayan, normally because the sun is going towards the earth, what happens is the heat which is experienced, the amount of heat experienced goes on increasing gradually. So in Shishir Rutu, that is Jan and Feb, it is a bit is experienced. Then in March and April, it is a Kapha Prakop Kal. That is the amount of heat or the sun heat has increased. And in May and June, it is a summer season where the heat is maximum. And it is said that when the sun is going more towards earth, that is Uttarayan, the bal or the energy level slowly goes on decreasing. So these are the seasons where the energy level goes on decreasing gradually, starting from Jan to June. And then later on, Visargakal is a period when the sun is moving away from the earth towards it is called as southern solstice, where the energy level slowly goes on increasing. So from July and August, that is Varsha Rutu, August, September, October, that is Sharad Rutu, and November, December, that is Hemant Rutu. Slowly the energy level is increasing. So this is how the balance is maintained. So in December, the strength in the body is maximum, and in May and in June, June, or you can say Grishma Rutu and Varsha Rutu, May, June, July, August, the body strength or bala is the minimum. So normally it is said that exercises, if you want to start exercising, you should avoid doing exercise during summer season and rainy season because the strength is the minimum. And then later on, as the sun moves away from the earth, that is southern solstice, the energy level goes on increasing, so the amount of exercise can be increased. So we'll talk about Varsha Rutu now. Varsha Rutu is the first season of Dakshinayan, where gradually our energy level is going to increase. But what happens is, because normally in the earlier seasons the the water which is supplied to us is generally settled down. All the minerals, all the particles which are there in the reservoirs, those are settled down properly in the ground. After it starts raining, the whole water is mixed with the soil and the color of the water changes. During this process, what happens is all the minerals, all what were deposited in the base of the reservoir, they get mixed with water. And when such water is supplied, and we drink such water, it becomes a bit heavy to digest. So the main thing in Varsha Rutu is our digestive fire is minimum. In Grishma Rutu and Varsha Rutu, our digestive fire is minimum. So normally the water also is very heavy. So we should avoid drinking too much of water in this season, because drinking too much of water and our digestive fire is weak. So it may lead to indigestion and other problems. So this is a period where our digestive fire is weak, water is a bit heavy to digest, water also is digested. You cannot keep on drinking water, there has to be a limit. So this is a season where the quantity of water should be minimum. Just because it is mixed with all the particles from the earth, and also they say ki you can have the rainwater collected, but nowadays because of pollution, rainwater is not suggestible. But if water you have to drink, it should be boiled properly, so that all the, you can say, organisms which are there in the water can be taken care of. Such water which is boiled properly for some time and then cooled down can be used normally in our day-to-day life. Second thing, this is a period of Vata Prakop. Generally, as per the seasonal variation, this is a cold season, because during the rains, the three main constituents of our body, Vata, Pitta and Kapha, out of that, Vata is more aggravated during rainy season. And to balance this Vata, there are different procedures which are to be followed from Panchakarma. Panchakarma are the different specialized treatments in Ayurveda which help to balance the doshas in your body. So Vasant Rutu is a period which is of Kapha Prakop, which is the March and April is of Kapha Prakop. Varsha Rutu is a season where there is Vata Prakop. And Sharad Rutu, which comes after Varsha Rutu, that is October heat, that is a Pitta Prakop. So people who are suffering from arthritis and related problems, they have the nature of the problems increases in this season. People suffering from arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, lower back pain, spondylosis, all such problems go on increasing during rainy season because of the atmospheric conditions, and this is a Vata Prakop Kal. So the Panchakarma which is suggested for this season is Basti Chikitsa, which is an enema, which is medicated oil or medicated kashai or kadha. You can say medicated water, lukewarm medicated water or lukewarm oil is inserted per anus. That is, enema is given alternate day for 21 days or 16 days or 8 days. Different courses can be done. So for people who are suffering from Vata disorders, should go for Panchakarma treatment and ask their physician to give Basti Chikitsa, which is called as, enema is called as Basti Chikitsa in Ayurveda. So this Basti Chikitsa helps to maintain the balance of Vata which has increased because of the seasonal changes, that is the cold climate. Also for normal people who are not suffering from any disease, these people also can go for, we can say it for maintenance, that's for wellness. They can go for 8 to 10 days Ayurvedic Basti course, which is an enema, medicated oil, medicated kashai or medicated milk or different medicated, you can say, medicated gruts are given. This helps to maintain the balance of Vata in your body. So what are the foods that are to be avoided during this season? Normally they say green leafy vegetables. Because of the contamination with, we can say contamination with water, the green leafy vegetables should be avoided during rainy season, because the worm infestation is maximum. And also, if at all you happen to have these green leafy vegetables, regular deworming is required in the beginning of the rainy season. This deworming can be done with castor oil taken with milk, 1/4 cup of lukewarm milk with 4 spoons of castor oil, which will lead to 2-3 loose motions, and all that. It is an Ayurvedic way of deworming. So it can be done once in this 2 months, once in 15 days for these 2 months. So you can say 4 times in this Varsha Rutu. Such deworming helps to remove the worms which in this season are likely to get into our body. It can be through roadside food, it can be through contaminated water, or it can be through improper hygiene. So these worms should be taken care of by using castor oil and doing deworming regularly. It can be taken a day prior to your holiday, so that the next day you can rest properly and give rest to your digestion also. And once you take castor oil at night, the other day you have to take rice water kanji, or you can say you can have that moong boiled in water, so that the digestive system, it is easy for it to digest after taking that castor oil. If you take your normal